Hey, my name's Veronica, and if this is your first time checking out my channel, then please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more videos from yours truly. Other than that, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'm just gonna get right on into the video. We're outside again today, enjoying nature while we still can before school starts. I'm in my front yard today instead of my backyard, with hence the pretty display of flowers that my mom has put together for our neighbors to see. But there are a lot of birds outside right now, so I would just like to apologize for that. So what I'm going to be going over today is how I clean my makeup sponge, and this is actually the one from Real Techniques because it's so much cheaper than a beauty blender, and then like it does the same thing. You don't need a beauty blender to do the job that this kind of makeup sponge does. So the product that I love to use to clean my makeup sponge is actually baby soap. I used to use like Johnson & Johnson. It's just like the body wash that they have for babies. It works so well for my makeup sponge, but I've heard that baby shampoo is also really good. The first thing that I always do is completely get my sponge damp, rinse it under water a few times, squeeze out the water and make sure that it's fully in there. There's no like dry spots anywhere in the sponge. And then I take my baby soap and I put it all over and make sure to spread it out evenly across the sponge. I've heard that once the sponge is damp and if you don't spread the soap out evenly over it, that it can deform and like change shape, but that's never personally happened to me, so I don't know, maybe it depends on what kind of sponge you're working with. So after dampening my sponge and getting it all covered with baby soap and really working the baby soap out, I kind of start to like squeeze it, and you may notice I like using this kind of circular motion to really work the sponge into my palm and try to get as much foundation out as possible, and then squeeze it out as best as possible, and a ton of foundation and makeup starts coming out. And you might want to do this a few times just to really get the product out. After I've gotten all of the foundation out and am squeezing it and there is only clear water coming out of the sponge, that's when I know that it is completely clean. Words. And after that, I kind of just rinse it a few more times just to make sure, squeeze it out as best I can, towel dry it, and then let it air dry. Your sponge will most likely remain discolored, which is completely fine because although the product that was on the very center of the sponge is now out, the sponge color may just be a slightly off shade, which is totally fine as long as once you are done and the water coming out of your sponge is clear. That's when you know that you're good to go and you got out as much product as you possibly could. If you clean your sponge super often, then 1 or 2 times should definitely be enough. However, you are supposed to change out your makeup sponge every other month, especially if it starts kind of like fading away or breaking or cracking. Then that's when you definitely want to consider throwing it out and getting a new one. But if you are really good at making sure that you stay on schedule with cleaning it often and taking care of it, then it should really last you 3 months. Of course, if you notice that you're starting to break out more than usual, then you might really want to consider buying a new sponge because maybe you've used yours too long or there's just bacteria in it and you want to probably change it out for a cleaner one. So that is how I clean my makeup sponge. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it that big thumbs up that I mentioned earlier. Let's hope for 15 thumbs up. I think we can do it. Like, it's possible, right? And other than that, I will see you guys in another video very soon. It's gonna be exciting. I'm uploading a collab soon with my very best friend on Friday, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I'm 21, babe.